Welcome back. Now, Nthabiseng Ngoepe is a driven entrepreneur, pastor, author and motivational speaker who recently released a book titled Maintaining Your Joy, a journal for daily positive living. This is the second release by Ngoepe, the author of The Mending of a Broken Vessel, to speak to us more about this offering and how she is now turning her wounds and painful experience into positively touching the lives of others. Nthabiseng Ngoepe joins us in studio. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning.
I mean, you once said that you have no desire to pen a book. Tell us about how now this came about and how we ended up here.
Well, the story of maintaining your joy starts with the mending of a broken vessel. There I chronicle my journey in 3 attempted suicides. And with this book, I realized that no one is really adopting a proactive approach. And we're looking for a voice that helps people not to get to a point where they want to take their lives. And I sort of thought, you know, let us give people the tools to maintain a positive mental outlook on a daily basis. That is how we got here.
Yeah. What is the significance of the title, Maintaining Your Joy?
Well, I believe that if, you know, experiences happen on a daily basis, the most integral thing for one to hold on to is to not lose your peace and not to lose the happiness that you have within you, despite what is happening around you. And that is what we are trying to educate people, that while, you know, days will not be the same, seasons will not be the same, but maintain the peace and believe that things will get better.
Yeah. Who are you targeting with this book?
I'm targeting people who are going through anything, because truly speaking, we are all going through something. And the objective is to reach out and say, it's not the end. It may be financial difficulties you're experiencing, a difficult marriage, the loss of a child, grief of whatever nature. You can have a positive outlook on it if you adapt or tilt the lens of your mind slightly.
Now, you talk about, in the first book, you talked about your divorce and the 3 suicide attempts. Did those events have anything to do with this, Maintaining Your Joy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that had I been better equipped to deal with difficulties, had I approached adversities from a different perspective, pardon me, I would not have even attempted suicide. And that is how we get to this point where we want to say to people that regardless of what you are going through, you don't have control of what happens to you, but you have control of how you absolutely can respond to it.
Yeah. And there are certain things that you journal in the book. You know, one of the things is taking proper care of ourselves beyond the exterior. What are you talking about in those?
Well, a simple example, I'm all made up for today. But how do I look inside? And that is not a question that anyone can answer. So I'm of the view that if we took care of ourselves emotionally on the inside, you know, made sure that our mindset is positive, tune out the negativity, feed ourselves with affirmations that will help us rise, speak to us within ourselves. That is what and how I mean in taking care of yourself. We are so fixated with presenting, you know, the perfect Nthabiseng out there, but how does Nthabiseng feel and look on the inside?
What is the cause of that? Why are we so fixated on giving the perfect picture?
Society has a lot of expectations. Society says that, you know, the message we are communicating is that you must be absolutely beautiful. You must hold it together. You know, whatever you're going through, get a grip on it. That's what we are communicating. And with this journal, I'm trusting and hoping to say to someone, it's okay if you want to cry. It's okay if you want to embrace your time of pain. Just have a better outlook on it. Don't pretend that you're well when you're not.
Why are these important to us, all these tools?
These tools are important because at the end of the day, your voices are the loudest voices that will speak to you. And if you have nothing on the inside, when difficulties arise, guess what? Your mind will tell you that your problem, is the be it and all.
You've got a latest project called Choose to Live Moment. Tell us a little bit about that.
Choose to Live movement was birthed by the suicides I saw happening around me. I'm a survivor of suicide myself, 3 times that I've attempted to take my life. But I became concerned when I saw prominent figures taking their lives. These are people that, you know, our children look up to. These are musicians, these are actors, and our children all aspire for better things. What message is being communicated when we remain silent when things of this nature happen? So what dialogues are we not having that are supposed to teach people to have a better outlook on life? So I chose Choose to Live movement as a platform for me to communicate to people that living is what you require in order to have hope. It's pointless if you're dead. You will not be hopeful for anything.
How do you then get men to be part of this conversation? Because part of the struggles that males go through is that they don't speak. You know, they bottle up everything. We women talk about everything. How do you get men to buy into this concept?
You know, the odd thing is we had a first event for Choose to Live movement, and we saw men come to the fore. And I believe that men want to talk. But the problem seems to me that we are not hearing each other.
Okay.
Women are speaking in silos, men are speaking in silos. And I believe that with Choose to Live movement, I want to create a platform where we all of us jointly have a conversation. And that is what I'm looking to achieve next year at the Sun Arena with an event that I will have for both sexes.
Let's talk about the lessons that came personally for you in writing Maintaining Your Joy.
Well, I learned firstly that I am bigger than any difficulty that I will have. I learned that, you know, financial difficulties do not define me. Material success do not define me. The difficulties that my children pose in how I raise them, you know, in a family setup do not define me. I also realized that I have to be the best version of myself, to be a better person, a better pastor, a better wife, a better mother. Anything that I'm supposed to give to the world flows from my heart. And if my heart is not in the right place, nothing good will come out of it.
But how do you then maintain that, you know, because you're going through a lot, you just can't get yourself out of bed. Where do you start?
I've realized that lack of passion, lack of purpose, lack of understanding for a vision of where you're going are integral in getting people to lose vitality of life. For me, it starts with the basics. Identify something that will, you know, make you jump out of bed. It's a simple thing. For me, it's gardening right now. And, you know, it doesn't mean that next year it will be the same thing.
Yeah.
Constantly check yourself. What is saving you? If something does not serve you, let it go. If tomorrow I feel that baking is what will serve me, I will gladly walk out of the garden and into the kitchen.
Yeah.
So constantly keep a check on your emotions, how you are feeling as well, because that is how, you know, that is what informs how you relate as well to the world. It also informs how you relate to your colleagues, which is, you know, one of the places that you spend a better part of your life.
All right. Nthabiseng, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Good luck
for
with the
having
book,
me.
Pastor, author and motivational speaker Nthabiseng Ngoepe, talking to us about her new book. It's titled Maintaining Your Joy. Get yourself a copy and get motivated. She's talking about her book, Maintaining Your Joy. All right. That was our conversation with our author on our Saturday morning. All right.